So I did this the other night just to kind of get an idea of, I've never done something this big. And I actually I found it out in my storage when I was getting all my fall totes. It's this like foam stuff, and it probably came out of something that we ordered. Any kind of styrofoam or like foam stuff like that, I keep it and do stuff for like my kids' birthdays. But we're gonna do this just Halloween style. So I kind of did a drippier sauce. The Lollipop Lady does the Mod Podge with the spackle, and it works really, really well, and it stays puffy. But it smears really well, and then it gives you that drip look. And then on the back, this is just the spackle, and then on the top I also did that. And I'm not a baker at all, but using that star tip, it's really easy to make it look the way you want. And then I just use like beads from the dollar store, and then the gumdrops are actually a candy mold, and I just fill them up with glue. And then these little purple things, it's just the spackle that I added paint, and I did a bunch of them like on a piece of wax paper and just let it dry. So I'm going to set this back here, and I'm also going to kind of work on some bats too to give this a little bit of time to dry before we complete the top of it. And I did go ahead and paint my sides and put the glitter. This has like stars on it, and I actually got a set of them. It was 3 from the dollar store, and I think they also had like a pink color. It was not in that plus section. It was just over in your regular kind of craft area, so it was $1 for all 3. I will say this was full when I did it, and it's almost gone because I really packed it on heavy so that you could see the stars. And I also used a little bit of iridescent glitter. And then the bottom I just used iridescent glitter and a lavender, and I kind of mix them to bring out a little more of that sparkle. I'm going to turn this down. Just to bring out a little more of the sparkle. So what I did on the other one is I used tacky glue and hot glue. I'm going to do the same thing on this. I will say with the first one I used a box cutter, and it wasn't deep enough to cut it. Hi Pan, good morning. And so when I tried to really go in, it was like the sides of the box cutter were kind of tearing it up. And then I tried to use a knife, and it did okay. And then I remembered that either I had one or my parents had one, and it ended up my dad. If I have one, I don't know where it is. It's one of those little heat tool, like wand things, that cut it really well. So I just kind of cut out a pattern on a piece of paper, and then just traced it with a Sharpie and went around it. And it worked really good. Oh, thank you, Pam. So I'm just going to add a bunch of this and try to do it quickly so it doesn't dry. And then just get it as even as possible. I did notice when I was trying to lay it out evenly, one little section in the back is not, but since I'm putting all that decor type stuff on there, I'm not worried about it. It's more the sides. I kind of want them to match up a little bit more. Okay. And then this is just that mesh tube stuff that's from the Dollar Tree, and I think it's like 36 feet of it, so you get quite a bit. And I put that in the garland too, but it's really great for stuff like this to kind of add and trim stuff out. And I just use the hot glue for it. So I'm going to go along the bottom for the purple, and then I'm going to use the green in the middle, and I try to go right where they kind of meet in the middle. And on my other one, I did wrap it around the back, and that worked okay, but I think I'm just going to leave it like that, and I'll just trim it off because of the icing stuff, and you don't really see it. So, hey Heather. Yeah, I wanted like one large piece to put back there, and then I'm going to make like a shake type thing. And I did find at the Dollar Tree the other day some little, it's like a pack of 4 little tiny cauldrons, and so I want to decorate those. I think I'll use those on my table, but I'm trying to do just a few things for back here. I do plan on making a like haunted house for back there. It was funny, the other day my husband said he was going to Lowe's, and I was like, did you say you're going to Lowe's? Which he gets this look like, oh Lord, what is she fixing to ask me to buy? And I'm like, yeah, so I need some cement. And he's like, okay. And I'm needing to use PVC pipe in a bucket and do a little bit of cement to hold it so that I have something to attach baskets to around my hutch. And then I also needed, I've been buying those little containers of the spackle. And so what did I do with it? Oh, I had him get me the big one. Because I was like, I'm going through it too fast, and like I have ideas and stuff that I'm trying to make right now. So, on this though, you could definitely use the spackle stuff and go in between, and you could also kind of make it look like 2 layers of drip stuff, like your icing's kind of spilled out. I just had this tubing stuff and just wanted to, you know, cover it real quick. So I think it'll work okay. Okay. And then what I'm going to put on the top and the back, and I'm just going to smear it around, is the spackle mixed with Mod Podge, and you want to do it till it's like a yogurt consistency. And I did put, I've got glue strings, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I did put black paint in it, so I kind of had the color that I wanted. I will be putting some black glitter over it, but I wanted it to look more like just that little like kiss of frost to it, not necessarily like coating it with the black. But I did want to make sure that I had enough on there to smear around. So I'm just going to coat the top and coat the back, and then I'll go in to make the little drips on the side. So I do try to get it like really close to that edge. I need to get like one of those little spatula things, since I've kind of found this and I like the consistency of it. And I also need to make get a little bit bigger bowl that I can use for my fake bake stuff when I'm making larger batches. On the drips, let me see if I can do this where I can show y'all. I just kind of start up here and I just do a little bit and pull some, and then go in and do a little bit and pull, and I try to do in different lengths too, and it will go down some. So that's another reason that rope kind of stops it a little bit. And then I also like to take and kind of put a little bit in between to kind of blend them together some and coat that. So what I did with that other one, he's got a little tackiness to him, so I'm just going to scooch this forward some. Try to see, yeah, y'all can see him. I just kind of start in the middle and I make like a little, I guess, rosette is what you'd call that, and mound it up. I will go back and keep mounding because I am wanting stuff to, for it to kind of look piled a little bit. This part goes fairly quick though. Let's go ahead and make some big circles, kind of mound up. And then I kind of went in between and mounded, And then to get the little tiny things, I just set it down, kind of push and lift. And that fills in all the little spaces. And some of them do get covered from going back over, but at least it's just another layer to kind of help raise everything up. Like the way I'm looking at my cake will be how it's setting back there where the point's to that side. So I'm kind of wanting my dessert, instead of it piling, like looking at it face where it's the back facing forward, I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to kind of bring it out like that. And I did have like a sucker thing I was going to put on that one, but I didn't like the way it looked. It was too high for everything else, and I was kind of afraid of if it was going to push through that stuff because it had dried pretty good and it went through really easy. So I want him up a little more. Push too much, but that's okay. So I am going to kind of go around this and just try to build that up to cover my toothpick and make little rosettes coming off of it. Put him in there. Go ahead and kind of glitter. I think that's going to show. Okay, hold on a second. I have to turn this on so I can see. Do like that. It'll hold and dry in place. I think that needs to dry. I do that sometimes. If you let it dry almost and then you can push in, it does a little bit better. I think I'm going to do that. I don't know if I added so much paint trying to get the color I wanted. That's it's a little more runny than normal. Kind of like these. I'm going to stick one back here. He may not really be seen, but that way if I use them in a different direction or something, I've got something there. And I may do like a little pile of bones back here. I did paint the back of my donut. It's not like glittered or anything like that. Sending her over. I wonder if I put this out. Sometimes I just keep pouring on there and I should just stop while I'm ahead. This is why a lot of times I'll leave a project and then I come back, because it's like, then you can kind of see those empty spots and know for sure what you want to do. Oh, thank you, Heather. Okay, so like I said, I'll let that dry some, and I may do hot glue on him and kind of put him on there. He kept wanting to tilt, and I want him to be tilted, but not where, you know, it's falling over on his head. So, okay. So here this is, and like I said, I will finish up those bats, and I'll show pictures of those. And then I also, on the back here, I'll probably do like a couple of layers like I did on the other one with the icing, and give some little rosettes.